Every city has a story to tell, and every story has its own customs, cultures and traditions. Welcome to the sounds, sights and emotions of our Singara Chennai. We start the show with a personality who is busy with meetings and conference calls most times. But it's the sound of revving engines that brings him to a halt, especially if the engine belongs to the classic line. Meet business tycoon Ranjit Pratap, who has not 5, not 15 but 27 vintage cars parked in his garage.
He's a busy man, but yet he has all the time to spare. And that's because he's organized too. Meet Mr. Ranjit Pratap, a businessman with a passion for automobiles and sports. And he spares an extravagant 1 hour for the Metroplus show.
I like a lot of the sporting activities. I'm an outdoor man myself. Right from my 10th year, I've been riding horses, played a little bit of polo, and tennis has also been another big hobby of mine. We have a swimming pool also. I swim, and I have a yoga instructor who keeps coming thrice a week, and I do yoga.
But Ranjit's greatest love is his overwhelming passion for vehicles that belong to the classic line. The moment he catches sight of his love, either in an old American movie or while traveling abroad, that vintage beauty finds its way into his garage.
When I was a kid, these cars were all the cars which I grew up with. That's why I'm only passionately in love with classics. Classics are from 1948 onward. So these cars really relate to my childhood days, and it's going back in history for me, going back to my childhood days, the nostalgia, the effect is tremendous.
Enter Ranjit's home in Koturpuram and a fleet of 27 cars welcomes you. From a bright red Mustang, the old sturdy Fiat, to the recent buy MG from London.
I saw this car in 1972, The Love Story. Ryan O'Neal drives this, and I was fascinated, quite fascinated by the looks of the car. And right from that time, it's been my desire to buy one car like this. A friend of mine had this in London, and we was coming back to India. He brought it along with him. I really persuaded him to let me have it. After now 3-4 years of persuasion, he sold it to me. There are some parts for this car, especially the external parts, which I could not get from somewhere, especially the emblems. And I had to make the special emblems here in the machine shop and in a tool room. It's a slow process, but I did it. It's painstaking. Finally, we got everything almost matching to the original part. So that's some of that. But the mechanical parts for this particular car, I was lucky because most of the parts that go into this car is similar to our Ambassador, old Ambassador. So we could trade in.
Some of the vehicles that Ranjit buys may not be in the greatest of conditions, but his passion has led him to study, research and restore each beauty until it gleams like a brand new car. He now has even set up his own garage with tinkers, painters and drivers who are employed to maintain his ever-growing fleet. Though Ranjit's love extends to the modern vehicles, he celebrates the world's motoring heritage. No wonder he is an active member of the Heritage Club. Some of the vintage models, as well as the love for them, are in fact hereditary.
Basically, my grandfather was an automobile freak also. In early 1920s, he started his first automobile garage. He was a foreman in Edison Company in early 1900s. And in 1919, I think, he branched off from Edison and started his own workshop, and he made a great success. When I came back after my higher studies in the United States, I on my own started an auto component manufacturing company, and from there I have still some links in automobile manufacturing now. Though our group is diversified into various fields now, we got into hospitality, we got into oral care, we do light engineering, and we are in real estate, everything. It's a multifaceted group now.
As Ranjit picks his car for the day and drives for his own pleasure and passion and the attention he gets, it's not just the car, it's even the road that he owns.
My father bought this land in 1957-58, and I was a little kid at the time. So when he bought this property, there was no road, there was no connectivity at all. So he laid the road in 1959, and he put up the lights. He had to pay the corporation the betterment tax those days, and he did a lot of developmental work in this area. So he wrote to the corporation and said, now that I've done these kind of infrastructure, basic infrastructure, because we were the only one here those days. So he took the permission from the corporation and named it after his only son. So that's how it became named after me, and then it continued, got registered as a full-fledged Ranjit Road later on in the 70s when people started developing Koturpuram, and that's history now.
While I examined his garage, I did a quick calculation. It's 27 now, another 3, and imagine, Ranjit will have 1 car to pick each day in a month.
Unlike Ranjit, who has a penchant for vintage vehicles, his son in fact has taken to modern superbikes. I guess Pratibha was right in saying the passion for motors is hereditary. Coming up next, the man behind the master plan for Madras.